Welcome to the Friday Five with Steve Greenfield on CBT News.
Welcome to this week's Friday Five. This is Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and thanks for joining us. First up this week, it's looking more and more probable that we're going to see Volkswagen Group spin off the Porsche brand into its own standalone public company before the end of the year. The IPO, expected to be one of Germany's biggest ever listings, could value Porsche as much as 90 billion euros, or the equivalent of 91.5 billion US dollars. Volkswagen has so far stuck to its timeline of a fourth quarter listing for Porsche, even as difficult market conditions cause other stock offerings to be postponed. If you'll recall, Ferrari was IPO'd back in October of 2015 to much fanfare as it was spun off of FCA at that point. Ferrari went public at about a $9 billion market cap and is currently valued at $36 billion. As a comparison, former Ferrari parent Stellantis' market cap is just a smidge higher at $37 billion currently. In hindsight, given the recent turmoil in the public markets, a Porsche offering should have happened last year. Having said that, I'll be keeping a close eye on how the story plays out over the remainder of the year. Next up this week, AI vehicle software company Aurora Labs has completed a $63 million Series C financing round, which included Porsche as a strategic investor. This latest round brings the total amount raised by Aurora Labs to $100 million. Aurora Labs, founded in 2016, provides AI-based vehicle software intelligence, enabling vehicle manufacturers, Tier 1 suppliers, silicon vendors, and enterprises to develop, certify, and diagnose software and conduct over-the-air updates. The solution also keeps software safe and secure from faults and cybersecurity attacks while allowing manufacturers to continuously add new features and functions, extending the life of the device and enhancing user experiences. As I've noted in the past, innovation in over-the-air technology is coming fast to dealers who need to stay on top of developments and innovation in the space. For one, expect that a lot of recall work, typically done at franchise dealerships, will be able to be pushed directly to consumer cars via Wi-Fi connections. This means fewer visits into dealerships for warranty work, and some industry sources say that in-dealership recall work may be reduced by 1/3. In addition, many automakers have announced that a whole new wave of subscription services will be coming at car owners. Think about unlocking heated seats, enhanced headlights, unlocking additional horsepower, or improved vehicle driving dynamics, all sold as monthly services. Many of these new enhanced features will be pushed via software updates to the consumer's car long after the dealer was the initial point of sale. Over-the-air update technology embedded within the new wave of connected cars will enable this type of feature to be unlocked. It's still to be determined how subscription revenue for these new services will be shared between the OEM and the dealership. I'll continue to keep my eyes out for new developments in the over-the-air and subscription service space. If you have specific thoughts in this area, please shoot me a note. I'd love to discuss with you. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you read my monthly industry intel report, I showcase a few companies each month, and we take the opportunity here on the Friday Five to share some of those companies each week with you. Today we have two companies to watch, Loop Me In and Predict. Our first company to watch this week is Loop Me In. Loop Me In claims to be the industry's only complete pre-owned lifecycle management software. They have over 75 years of combined industry knowledge from nearly every aspect of dealership life, which led the company to create an application to make everyone's life in the dealership easier, more efficient, and reliable. The company focuses on reconditioning management, vendor management, embedded communication tools, vehicle inspections, and centralized invoicing, connecting everything together in one application. The reason I really like Loop Me In is that most of the innovation over the past 20 years has been on the variable side of dealers' operations. It's great to see new and innovative companies focused on one of the dealer's largest profit centers, fixed operations. You can check out Loop Me In at www.loopmein.app. Our second company to watch this week is Predict. Predict is an AI and IoT company focused on maintenance to increase vehicle availability, improve safety, reduce costs, support maintenance staff, and enable the future of work. It allows technicians to identify and get to root causes 40% faster. Predict develops next-generation sustainable fuel vehicle technology and helps service providers transition from legacy to green technologies. Maintenance, maintainers, and digital workflow is their initial focus area. The reason I love Predict is that with all of the data now being captured from connected cars, it's exciting to see an emerging wave of companies focused on harnessing all of that data into intelligence around predicting when key components might fail and predicting service opportunities. You can check out Predict at www.predict.com. So that's your weekly Friday 5. If you're an auto tech entrepreneur working on a solution that helps car dealers, we want to hear from you. We are actively investing out of our new dealer fund. If you're a dealer who wants to invest in early stage auto tech companies that benefit your business, let me know. We are still accepting new investors into the fund. Thank you for tuning in to CBT News for this week's Friday 5, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Friday 5.